Hi, Ken Roberts, President of World City. Welcome to today's episode of Trade Matters. Today I'm going to take a look at the top 10 airports, seaports, and border crossings in the United States, a little bit about the dynamics of that trade and who's up and who's down. Be sure to follow us on social media, and thank you for listening. Hi, I'm Ken Roberts. Welcome to this episode of Trade Matters. Today we're going to take a look at the top 10 U.S. gateways for import-export trade, their airports, their seaports, and their border crossings. There are roughly 475 airports, seaports, and border crossings that conduct trade in the United States. We're going to look at the top 10. The number one is the Port of Los Angeles. Its trade is falling just slightly this year through the first 10 months of 2016. Trade is down 0.5%, so very, very slight. Number two is the World Trade Bridge in Laredo, Texas. Surprises a lot of people, but that's where about 40% of all trade with Mexico enters the United States, in Laredo, Texas. Trade there is down 2.96%. Number three, John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York City. Trade down there a narrow 0.32%. A lot of trade there, as you might expect, with Europe, but also a fair amount of Asian trade as well. Number four is another airport, Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. One thing that O'Hare does a lot of is both in the healthcare space, so a lot of plasma and vaccines and so forth, but also very, very big in cell phone imports. Largely from China. Number five is the Port of Newark in New Jersey. Trade there fell 6.67%. They do a lot of automotive as well as gasoline and petroleum. O'Hare, by the way, trade down there 4.2%. Number six, the Port of Detroit. It's one of only three in the top 10 where trade is up this year. Trade there is up 1.7%. Number seven, Port of Houston. Port of Houston is suffering with the rapid and continued decline in the price of oil and gasoline. Trade at the Port of Houston is down 20.08%, by far the largest decrease among the top 10 airports, seaports, and border crossings. New Orleans is basically flat this year, down 1.6%. They do a lot of gasoline and oil, but they also do a fair amount in the grains area, and those commodities are starting to see a little bit of an uptick this year after down a number of years. The only top 10 airport where the trade is increasing this year is LAX, Los Angeles International. Trade is up a very narrow 0.16%. A lot of Asian trade there, not surprisingly. Port of Huron in Michigan, also associated with the Detroit area. Trade there is up 1.54%. So again, in the top 10, three of the border gateways for U.S. trade are up this year, seven are down. Two of the three are involving Detroit, which have been hurt in recent years but are bouncing back a little bit. And third is LAX. I hope you enjoyed this episode and looking forward to seeing you in a week. Thank you.